Emmett sits facing the west, his lips silently tremble, no longer able to kneel and pray in his cool, quiet mosque. Once he was called Muhammad, before they changed his name. Shaven the beard he wore since becoming a man. Ishmael tries to remember how to say tomorrow, a language not his own, forbidden to speak his tongue. Sounds are unfamiliar, sentences hard to read. 50 years since he learned to write down the words. The culture of Uyghur people is slowly being throttled in the semi-desert steppes of northwest China, bordered by 8 countries, nearly 1 million people, locked and bound in prison by men in Beijing. Miriam hitches her trousers, her dress no longer needed. Cotton fields are empty as workers end their day. Rest is not an option as the women are loaded in trucks, forced to work all day in the sweltering heat. Rayanne sits in her cell as daylight fills the room. Only 20 years, she tries to hold back her tears, dreading darkness falling when men will open her door. How can she face the shame of going back home? Culture of Uyghur people is slowly being throttled in the semi-desert steppes of northwest China, bordered by 8 countries, nearly 1 million people, locked and bound in prison by men in Beijing. The previous generation tried to say they didn't know. We can see what's happening and watch the towers rise. Genocide in the making. Where's the United Nations? Now's the time to say this is not in our name.